You know, there has been a lot of talk lately, a lot of chatter about TikTok being shut down. And this is like on an American government level, like America being like, you cannot access TikTok. And there's a lot of other ramifications of this / things that go deeper than that. But with the conversation about TikTok being shut down, I've seen so many people being like, repurpose your content, make sure you get all your videos off TikTok, do all of this thing. And I'm just here to say that I hope that all short form video goes away. And I actually think we're on that path. Like, I think short form content has hit its peak and we're coming down the other side of the roller coaster. Once TikTok hit its like major rise to fame right in the beginning of the pandemic, every other platform raced to compete with TikTok instead of just staying with what they were good at. And since then, most of those platforms have backed up and said, okay, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Or the users of those platforms are realizing that that's not what they want from that platform. Take Instagram Reels, for example. That is all Instagram is focused on for a solid 2.5 to 3 years. Like, that's it. If you want to grow on Instagram, you better be doing Reels. If you want to grow on Instagram, nothing else matters. Reels is it. That is it. That is all you should do. Even after all of the creators, literally every creator on the platform was like, Instagram, we don't want this. We don't want Reels. If we wanted Reels, we'd go to TikTok. We want Instagram. We want pictures. We want things like Instagram used to be. And they just ignored us. But at the beginning of this year, in 2023, the CEO of Instagram came out and was like, you know what? Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we put a little bit too much emphasis on video. Maybe people actually want to still, use Instagram like it started with images and things like that. What are the odds? Now, YouTube with YouTube Shorts has been a little bit different because YouTube has not been like nothing else matters, only shorts. They've just kind of been like, here's shorts and it's a great way to grow your channel, but we're not gonna push it over long form. Like, they have their separate algorithms. And I'll be honest, I can't stand shorts. I think they're useless, especially if you're wanting to like be a YouTuber. Like, I don't think that that's what you need to be doing, because all it's doing is breeding an audience who wants short form content from you. That's not what's going to make you money. That's not what's going to get you brand deals, all of that kind of stuff. And what's been really interesting about YouTube Shorts is that we have not seen people just completely ditching long form content to go for short form content here, because YouTube has not like made that happen. And it's been really awesome because you don't have to do shorts to grow on YouTube. You can still do traditional YouTube, and like, good job, YouTube. But all of these platforms, like, ignore the fact that TikTok might be shut down. I think short form content is on its way out the door anyway, regardless of what happens with this, because too many people tried to be TikTok. Too many people tried to be TikTok. Then TikTok said, we're going to increase our video length. And the other day I watched a TikTok that was like 8 minutes long. I realized about halfway through it, I was like, wow, this is a really long TikTok. And then at the end they said, sorry if you've stuck with us for 8 minutes. And I was like, what? And I know they're doing that. Most TikTokers don't like go long form like that. And I think that we're hitting like a point in this short form content world where creators are tired of it, consumers are tired of it, and it's going to continue to kind of go down. And I think that's really funny because right now, like just now, is when a lot of like corporate companies have just decided that they should try short form content. And I think it's kind of funny that it'll probably go away, or at least like be less popular than it was before. But I think the fact that everybody tried to be / tries to be TikTok, and there's so much short form content out there and it's repeated on all the platforms, has made the fatigue of short form content be like a lot. And with long form content, like, yeah, occasionally there's people who do similar videos to other people or whatever, but for the most part, most pieces of content are pretty unique, and you don't get that with short form content. I know for me personally, I regularly delete TikTok off my phone because I get so tired of the fact that it controls my brain. And like, I just sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll. So I will like regularly delete it. And I know I'm not the only one. Like, we get tired of that kind of content. It was fun in a pandemic when we literally had nothing better to do, but now we do. We have lives to live and we don't need to be sucked in by this kind of algorithm. Not only has everybody tried to be TikTok and then that's kind of overwhelmed the users of short form content, but there's no money in it, guys. I barely have any short on my channel, but I have a client who does just as many shorts as he does longs, and I'm gonna tell you that the money is not in the shorts. He has shorts that have way more views. They're not getting him the money from YouTube AdSense or the leads into his business that long form content is getting, or the subscribers for that matter. The only way to monetize short form content is in two ways. One, it is to have a brand sponsor your short form content. And two is for the platform, whatever platform it's on, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, to insert ads in the scroll. Those are really the only ways to make money from these short form pieces of content, because TikTok has the creator fund, which is literally useless. People with millions and millions and millions of views make little to no money. And no, who's gonna do that? Reels, Instagram just shut down. Facebook just shut down their creator fund or whatever they were calling it because it wasn't doing any good. And there's just two ways to make money. There's two ways that a platform could allow you to make money with short form content: branded content and them inserting ads in the scroll. The reason we don't see ads inserted in the scroll like we should, or you would think would happen or whatever, because it drastically causes people to click off the platform, and the whole platform's algorithm is no, we can't do that. So then they're stuck in a place of things that don't work. Imagine if you are scrolling 15 to 30 second to 1 minute content, because that's what most short form content is, right? You're scrolling it and you're scrolling it and you're having fun. First of all, you only watch each one of those for a couple of seconds to decide whether or not you should continue watching it. Then imagine an ad shows up. You are not going to watch that for even a second. You're gonna be nope. Boop, 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 nope, boop, 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 nope. And it's going to ruin the user experience. So that's why platforms have really not seen a lot of success doing that. Long form content, if you insert an ad, especially if it's skippable like on YouTube, people are invested in that piece of content. People are not invested in the next TikTok or the next YouTube short or the next Instagram reel enough to watch an ad before it. Then, brands are paying for short form content. They are. However, I think it's garbage. So my thought process with brands, the way I approach brand deals and things like that, the way that I know is going to do best for me, is going to be best for you, and is going to be best for the brand, win, 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 is that we integrate the sponsorships. I'm not going to sit here and do a whole video that is just about the thing that is sponsoring me. I won't do it. I don't even have a rate for that because I will not do it. I honestly think the only people that makes sense for is tech YouTubers who are already doing videos that are full videos about pieces of tech, and maybe someone sends them a piece of tech and is do a video on this and we'll sponsor you. I feel that's the only realm where that makes a lot of sense. But for me, I'm not gonna sit here and do an entire video on my channel about a sponsor. One, it's not going to be enjoyable for me to make. Two, it won't be enjoyable for you to watch. You will not click on it. If you do click on it, you will not watch it. Therefore, the video will not do well, okay? Three, because the video does not do well, because people don't click on it, because once they click on it, they realize it's one big ad, they're not gonna watch it, it does not do well for the brand. Therefore, their return on investment is way lower than if they would have just incorporated that ad into a video for that audience and made it more like a commercial. So all of that being said, a TikTok or a short form piece of content, 90 seconds or less is what we're looking at here, does not really give anybody the ability to incorporate brand deals. It really has to be a whole brand deal. Now, I have seen people who are using products and will just kind of use that product throughout the video as kind of a product placement. And I think that can work, but most brands are so far off from that right now. Most brands only want you to talk about their brand and want you to hit all these bullet points and all of this stuff. They're not realizing what could work, that if you do that with short form content, the video won't do well, it won't do well for the brand won't come back, you won't go back to the brand. Like, it's like a whole thing. So there's no real money in short form content. What I have found with all of this, like with Reels, with YouTube Shorts, with TikToks, is that the benefit is the audience growth. The benefit is more eyeballs. But then you have to take that and turn it into money. You have to take that and turn it into, oh, well, I have more subscribers now, so let me get a brand deal for YouTube for a longer video. Or, okay, now I have a bunch of people who follow me on Instagram, but now I need to do like a post where like they scroll through a carousel that tells them how they can buy from me or whatever. It is like a gaining audience thing, not a making money thing. And the more that people realize that, the less they're gonna wanna do it. Pay attention. The TikTokers are coming to YouTube. They're coming to YouTube because they have more to say than just like little short videos, because they see that the future is not in TikTok. They see that it's very, unstable grounds, and they're starting to see their audience want more from them. So honestly, I hope we're in a downward trend for short form content. I will be here watching it, waving it by. Like, I do not care. I think it's great for it to go away. I much prefer long form content and much prefer less theatrics with content. And I think that's the general consensus, as a whole. I'd love to hear your take on this below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you're thinking, where you see things going. Do you see this being a thing? Are you in the same mindset that I am? All the things. Peace out, short form content, and bye, y'all.